What if everything you experience, your joys, your struggles, even your sense of self, was just a fleeting dream? What if waking life is no more real than the dreams you leave behind each morning? Welcome to today's journey into one of the most profound teachings of Buddhist philosophy, the dreamlike nature of reality. Imagine waking from a dream. In that moment, everything you just experienced, people, places, emotions, vanishes as if it never existed. But here's the question. How do you know you're not dreaming right now? In Buddhist thought, reality is often compared to a dream, not because it's fake, but because it is impermanent, fleeting, and shaped by the mind. The Buddha taught that clinging to this world as if it were solid and unchanging is the root of suffering. But when we see through the illusion, we awaken to a life of freedom. The illusion of permanence. One of the greatest misunderstandings we have about life is believing that it is fixed, stable, and unchanging. But in reality, everything around us is constantly shifting. Our relationships, our emotions, even the cells in our body. Buddhist teachings describe this illusion as Maya, a word that refers to the deceptive nature of reality. It doesn't mean life isn't real, but rather that it's always in motion. Just as a dream dissolves when we wake, so too does life change, moment by moment. Our suffering comes when we resist this natural flow, trying to make the impermanent permanent. But the harder we cling, the more we suffer. When we attach to things, whether it's people, experiences, or even our own identity, we set ourselves up for inevitable pain. Why? Because nothing stays the same. A Zen parable tells of a man who tried to catch a river with his bare hands. He grasped at the water, but the tighter he held, the more it slipped away. Life is just like that river. The more we try to hold on, the more it escapes us. But when we open our hands and let it flow, we can finally experience peace. The mind shapes reality. Have you ever noticed how your emotions shape your perception? When you're happy, the world feels bright and full of possibility. When you're anxious, even a simple task can feel overwhelming. Buddhism teaches that just like in dreams, our waking reality is largely a reflection of our mind. In dreams, the world around you is created entirely by your thoughts, your fears, desires, and beliefs. But the same is true in waking life. Think about a moment when you were deeply afraid, perhaps waiting for important news or stepping into an unfamiliar situation. The world seemed hostile, uncertain, even terrifying. But in reality, nothing outside of you had changed, only your mind. This is why Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of training the mind. If you can master your thoughts, you can transform your entire experience of reality. The world isn't what creates our suffering, it's the way we interpret it. Once we understand this, we can begin to reshape our experience from within. So the question is, are you the dreamer, or are you the one being dreamed? The path to awakening. So how do we wake up? How do we stop mistaking the dream for reality? The Buddha offered a simple yet powerful path. 1. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the key to seeing things as they truly are. When you fully experience each moment without attachment, you begin to see reality clearly. Instead of getting lost in the illusion of your thoughts, you observe them with awareness. Try this. Pause for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering your body. Feel your feet against the ground. Right now, you are fully awake. This is what it means to be present. 2. Let go of clinging. Just as you don't try to hold on to a dream when you wake up, learn to let go of your need for control and certainty in life. Life will unfold as it does, whether we resist it or flow with it. Whenever you feel pain, ask yourself, what am I holding on to? More often than not, suffering comes from attachment to an outcome, an identity, or an idea of how things should be. But true peace comes when we release our grip and allow life to move naturally. 3. Cultivate wisdom. When you deeply understand the impermanent, dreamlike nature of reality, suffering loses its grip on you. This doesn't mean we stop caring about life. It means we learn to engage with it fully, without fear or resistance. In the Dhammapada, the Buddha says, all conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. To awaken is not to reject life, but to embrace it fully, knowing that just like a dream, it is precious, fleeting, and beyond our control. So, are you awake, or are you still dreaming? The world will continue to shift like a dream. But the question is, will you stay asleep, lost in illusion, or will you wake up and see things as they truly are? The choice is yours. If this video resonated with you, consider sharing it with someone who might need this wisdom today. And remember, true awakening begins with a single step.